Hello YouTube, KT here. Working in the garage. It's nice and cool. Cool 91 degrees. It's a little warmer out there, but at least I got my old ceiling fan going in here. I am in the next stages of bed disassembly. I think the last video I showed was me removing the upper back panel in the cab. And what I'm now working on, according to descriptions that I could find on the internet, is the inner lower, inner lower fender panel, or whatever the hell it is. Lower inner quarter fender panel. I don't know. Anyhow, there it is. I've gotten the, when I pulled the lower back section out, I had already done these rivets over here. Damn it! Spot welds. I keep calling them rivets for shit's sake. Spot welds. I'd already done these spot welds over here, and when I got this all brushed down, I found out there were only two at the top of the inner lower quarter, and two at the fender, two at the bottom of the inner lower, two at the bottom of this panel. And then there were none in the middle, and then across the top over here. This was rusted so bad that it was hard for me to find out where exactly the spot welds were, and I had to like take my glove off and feel for some little dimples. I think I got them all, and I used the same process that I used on the back panel to get those spot welds popped off. I used a smaller, like I don't know, maybe a 3/8 inch bit, and then stepped up to a 1/2 inch with a shallow angle on it. And I'm getting ready to pull this out, so I wanted to show you guys what it was like before, and then I'm going to do some during and then after. So stand by. Oh, another thing that I did is I removed that cross brace. About halfway up, there's a cross brace that braces up the bed on this side, and it's got some holes in it. I think it shows in my previous video, but it wasn't much trouble getting it out of here. Their floors rusted pretty bad, so those spot rails popped up, and those popped up pretty easy. And then over here, it was only welded in one spot right up here at the top. There were 3 globs, and only one of them, looks like maybe 2 of them took, but there were 3 big old slats up here. So that's how they tacked it here. And then it was also tacked, oh, and something else that I did, this has a lip across the top. Most of it's rusted off. You can see over here there isn't much left, but what I did is I used my cutoff tool and cut slots in this piece here, so I could flip these flaps up. Do a little flap flip. Flip the flaps up and get under here so I could see where the spot welds were, instead of having to lay down on my side and look up. And I'm not saving this piece. So I'm not concerned about cutting it up to get it out. So anyhow, I think I've gotten most of the spot welds. There might be one here. There's a big rust. There's a hole rusted in right here, but I think for the most part I've gotten all of them out. There might be one right there. I'm not sure. I'm not going to drill it unless I have to. This panel comes down low. There might be some spots down here, but let me hit it in a couple of spots and see what we got. Okay, got it all the way across the top, and it looks like there's a spot on this inner part where it ties up against the wheelhouse here, the inner wheelhouse. Looks like there might be a spot up there. Right up in here. So I'm going to get after that with my brush and clean all that out of there and see what might be still holding me up. I know I've got some stuff across the bottom here, but it's so rusty. It's not going to take much to get that loose, and we'll see what it's going to take to get the rest of this out. I will bring you back as soon as I make some progress. I did find 3 spot welds on the inside right here attached to the inner wheelhouse. This on the inside here, there's also a flange that runs down for the seam in the wheelhouse. I didn't check on the outside from the outside in, so I don't know if there's spot welds. I can't feel any. I can't feel any out there where they may have attached it to that seam. But there's a little tab right here that had 3, so I've got those busted loose. Let's see what happens. Okay, now that the compressor stopped, it's out. Really bad shape. Obviously, rust is eating up all the way across the bottom. And up at the top here, this is the spot welds that I found. Looks like there was one more that I missed right there, but that was rusted through so bad it didn't take anything to bust it off. Looks like 5 over here. Got that one right there. One back there. I got those 2. No, I missed that one. I didn't drill that one out. But it was, again, it was rusted. That it didn't take anything to eat it out to bust it loose. So now I know what kind of sort of to expect on the other side. Looks like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can figure probably roughly the same number on the other side. So if I get to 5 and I can't find any more, I know I'm missing some. And the 5 down the side here, and then we have the, looks like 1, 2, 3 on the back side here. So there it is. It's galvanized on the outside. A lot of good that did. All right, check in with you guys later when I'm on the other side. Okay, here's the driver's side. It was a little easier to do because the piece is completely rusted in half right here, so I'm not even worried about this right now. And then all this across the top was rusted. I just had to pop it a few times with my air chisel. Same thing on the bottom. The bottom is about rusted through. I hit my spot welds back here, and on the side here I had a few over here, and there we go. There it is. Same story over here. The rocker panel is in good shape. My upright from my cab is rusted, but it's not rusted through. This is all rusted completely up the sidewall over here. So I am going to have to order new bed inner panels. I was hoping I could get away with it, but I need new bed inner panels. I need new inner wheelhouses, outer wheelhouses. I don't know yet. So anyhow, a lot of crud in it. And yes, I have my safety shields on, so I'm not blowing crap in my eyes. All right. I got the 2 inner lower quarter fender, quarter inner lower quarter fender panels out. I got 2 on the way. They were cheap. I couldn't pass them up. That was the cheapest I'd found them so far. They were 65 bucks a piece and $20 for shipping. So for the inner lower panels, that was a pretty good deal. Also, the same place had the inner bed panels for $199 a piece. That's outside of my budget for this week. But hopefully I'll get my my salvage stuff. I'm supposed to go look at. I'm going to try to go look at a 72 El Camino this afternoon. I've already talked to the guy. He wants 700 bucks for it. I don't know what. I mean, none of the parts are interchangeable. Well, some of the parts are interchangeable from the bed back. They are. Anyhow. As I was saying, from the bed back, They're similar. I'm going to see what kind of shape the smuggler's box is in, if he's got it opened up. And also the rear end. This one has a pinion leak on it. It's a 10 bolt, 6-cylinder, straight 6, so I think it's got a 308 rear end ratio, which is desirable. But it's got a leak on the pinion gear. So you know, I'm looking for some stuff other than body panels. It's rusted out pretty bad, but if I go out, I'll maybe take the video out and shoot some pics. I don't know yet. I tried that once before, and the people didn't want me recording anything. So anyhow, hope you guys are doing well, getting some stuff done this weekend. I'm sure I'll be checking back in. I'm supposed to work on my son's YZF tomorrow. There's R6. Got the oil pump cover in. We're going to try to get that holding off, the new one on, and get it running, so at least he can drive around and start getting some estimates on his plastic. So anyhow, peace out. We'll check in with you guys later on. Have a good day.